Oh, welcome to the final credits. Today we are reviewing the trailer for Napoleon on Apple TV. Oh, roll the trailer.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
We are so
What?
going to get canceled.
What just
Oh,
happened?
Taylor.
What just happened?
People of France.
No, stop.
I'm upset. I'm upset in all this trailer. I did not once see a Napoleon pastry.
Yeah, were you
No.
expecting a guy who was like 4'5"? Because the notion of him being short is highly exaggerated. Everybody was short back then, so he was around the same size as any other average man.
I was expecting a Napoleon pastry somewhere. You know, why do they call it Napoleon pastry?
Now, if we're
Not
talking
the one
notions real
baguette?
quick, now, if we're talking notions real quick, there are two things in here that I'm very excited that they included, at least in this trailer. Back then, like when you were crowned emperor or king, it was always the church that was crowning you, or like the priest or whatever was crowning you. Napoleon was such a baller back then. He literally took the crown and placed it on his own head, and that was like the most baller move of the time. Like this was like things that people whisper about for like decades afterwards.
Big D energy, man.
Yeah, I'm very happy that they included that. I'm also extremely happy that they included that he was a master strategist. Like, all that entire last scene that we just saw with like the frozen lake and the cannons, that's legit. That is his level of like battlefield mastery, and I'm so excited. I'm hyped for this movie. This is going to be great. Absolutely.
But you know what? You know what's even more hype about this is the fact that this movie brings back Ridley Scott and Joaquin Phoenix, because the last time we saw them together was during Gladiator.
Yes.
So,
listen, this is a duo that cannot be undone, and I hope they win awards for this one. I really
you know
do.
what?
They both deserve it.
It's something that like you bring that up, Spade. I feel like because this is coming to theaters first, but it's going to come onto Apple TV Plus afterwards exclusively. Right. And I feel like Apple is like they're making that a trend where they're getting really high profile directors, and they're making sure that the actors that are being casted with them are people that have either like they haven't been seen with them in a long time, or like they had multiple actors like Killers of the Flower Moon putting together like with Martin Scorsese putting together Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio in one movie. So I feel like they're really going after like those like lightning in a bottle dynamic duos, or like lightning bottle groups that like you just won't get in any other movie. So this one's gonna be pretty big. I think there's a lot to expect here.
Instant credibility with the director and the lead actor. This is a movie I feel like we have to see in theaters. I was truly blown away. Pun intended. After seeing this, like it looks so good. If you get, there's just something about history movies. If they do it right, it's a scene stealer with everything that happens in the movie. But I'm on board with this first trailer. I'm excited. I don't want to wait for Apple TV. We're going to the theaters.
Oh no, of course. Well, I'll say this actually, because another interesting thing with Apple that I can tell they're doing right now is that apparently the Academy is changing up their plans. Or like their rules rather, as to what is eligible for an award and what isn't. And apparently they're trying to make it where like your movie needs to be in a theater in order to be eligible for an award.
As it should.
Right. And I'm not against it, but I think Apple sees that and they're like, okay, we need to put like, because this is the case with Killers of the Flower Moon as well, is that it's also coming to theaters first and then becoming an Apple TV Plus exclusive. So I think Apple's like, oh, we need to make these like a big deal in the theater, and then we'll keep the streaming rights, everything after the fact. But I think honestly it's going to be it's more beneficial anyway, because you want it in a theater where like the most amount of people could see it, and then bring it exclusive and say, if you want to keep watching this, our platform is the place to be.
That's the best part about streaming, because if you just think of what happened during the pandemic, right? Everyone was just like, nobody was going to the movie theaters. Everybody was just streaming, right? Streaming movies did not make any money. So put it in the theaters for a month, have them make some money, take it out, put it up in streaming, and say, you guys want to see it exclusively here for whatever time frame it is. And now, hey, Now you got customers that are watching everything that you have on your streaming platform.
Right. Yeah. So it's a pretty strategic plan that they have.
Yep.
I just thought of something. I just thought of something interesting to
I wish
come to
Netflix
mind.
thought about that.
I just thought of something interesting that came to mind. If you want to clip this for down the line, are we going to see the Battle of the War movies come award seasons between Oppenheimer and for World War II historical movie, and then from Napoleon's time? Stay tuned. I think it's going to be an interesting battle come award season, December through March of this year. It's going to next year, so stay tuned.
It is a big year for war flicks. So yeah, no, you're not wrong.
War movies, history movies. It's going to be incredible.
So it's going to be also a battle of the directors. It's going to be a battle of the directors also, because you got Ridley Scott and you got Christopher Nolan.
And Martin Scorsese, that's not a war flick, but yeah, no, it's gonna. I mean, in general, I feel like this is gonna be a very interesting Academy Awards, like once it shows up in 2024, because this is actually a pretty stacked year for movies in general. High profile directors, high profile actors, good castings, everything like that, and I feel like this is gonna be like, maybe, I don't know if an epitome, but like it's gonna be like up there. This is gonna be like a memorable movie for sure. It's gonna be like another. I think it's gonna be like another Gladiator.
It has to hope
so. Ridley Scott. Yeah.
And if it is, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, Joaquin Phoenix, I can just tell he's going to just destroy this role. It's going to be like another classic role for him for sure. That we're going to be talking about like 10, 20 to 30 years from now. But so actually one more point. I want to get your guys' take on this. Did you notice that, I mean, obviously this is a movie that takes very much so in France. There's not one French accent in this entire movie. Everybody's either talking in like a British accent, or I mean, I don't even think Joaquin Phoenix is giving any accent. He seems like he's just talking.
You know what though? Normal. I think it's understood that because it's in France, they're speaking French, but we're listening it as English.
Yeah,
so I think that kind of makes sense. And let's be honest. Do you really want to hear Joaquin Phoenix walking around? Oh,
yes. I was about to say they definitely heard Johnny do his French accent, and
I don't want to hear that at all.
No, Johnny just stole all the French accents, put it all into one voice, and now there's no more French accent for anyone. Now, way to go, Johnny! You stole the accent. Are you happy now?
That's like watching Super Mario going hoo-hoo the whole time throughout the whole movie.
I'll put in my Big Grim. I'll put in my application with the Academy and see if I get anything out of that. But
I'm sure it'll be sterling.
It definitely will. Well, those are our thoughts on Napoleon. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you want to see it. If you're going to wait till Apple TV Plus gets it, give us a like, give us a subscribe as usual. We love all that. Until then, see you next time. Roll credits. We out.
Roll credits.